Yeah.
I just saw that. Yeah, there's some beef between Bryce and Fuzi.
Still?
I mean, apparently. There's something going on there as well. Sounds like Modine and Alex going at it.
I think Mo is. I'm pretty sure a devout Muslim, and he's throwing hot dogs at him, which is they don't eat pork.
That's on another level.
Yeah.
I don't know about that
Yeah,
one.
no, I don't know. I'm literally there's so much happening at the moment. I have no idea what's going on with Bryce. I'm actually going to see Bryce at some point when he's down here.
Oh yeah, he's here this week.
Yeah, I
Do
want
you
to
know when he
talk
gets
to him.
in?
I don't know. I shot a message to him, but I've been doing this, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Some crazy stuff, man.
What's it like being back in Misfits?
You know, it's an eerie feeling because I'm happy to see everyone,
Yeah.
but I will say I'm a little bit happier to not be involved, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay, expand on that.
There's so much. I don't know. There's so much that you have to do in Kingpin, and then trying to do it at Misfit. It just sometimes even myself, I need a little bit of a break from
Right,
it. You know
okay.
what I mean? It's not directed at Misfits, but just the influencer boxing, live events. Everyone's trying to make their name and doing crazy stuff to do that. I just got done with that in Dublin, so. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to support, but I couldn't imagine doing that and then coming back and having to do it all over again. You know, it's good to have a break. But
Is it nice to like experience it kind of as a fan?
yeah, you get the, it's like a bird's eye view to be like, okay, this is what it looks like on TV, or this is what it looks like, when people are watching from home, because I'm
I know
always
exactly what
on
you're
stage,
talking about.
and I don't really get to see it from that angle, and I saw it today, and I'm just sitting there. I found myself like talking to myself like, oh, they probably should have told Dean. Oh, Dean's texting. It was on stage, and I saw him on his phone. I was like, yeah, Dean's tweeting 100%. I pulled up my phone, sure enough, he's tweeting.
Yeah, go to Kingpin.
Yeah, bro. God, that's the one thing you don't want with your champ, right? Is saying like, I'm going to Kingpin, hit up my,
Yeah.
That's not the promotion you want. That's called go home heat. In other words, that's the promotion putting their fighter in a bad position. But I got what they were trying to go for, so I get that.
Got Modine there.
Yeah,
He's
obviously dealing with it.
there's some drama going on in there.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But no, I know exactly what you were talking about. Like, I wasn't able to go to Dublin. I had to resit a uni exam, but I was able to watch it, and it was great. Like, you did a great job with that.
What's your team, bro?
Fred just walked by.
What's your team, bro? What is it?
I'll say this: Mo is out of breath, like crazy.
That's it. Lovely.
Probably an indicator for the fight.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beef you see on the screen is very much real.
Yeah,
There's no cameras around, and Modine, he's serious about it.
yeah. He was very out of breath, so that's probably gonna be an indicator as to how.
That's not a good thing, is it?
Not at all. Not from just a little pusher match on stage.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. Fair play. I don't know what your question was. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that I wasn't able to attend Kingpin, but I was
Yeah.
able to watch it from home. And since January, that was the first event I've been able to actually watch from home,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. It was so cool just to sit down with my girlfriend and just enjoy the fights.
Yeah, listen, I think that's why I'm here. I mean, one, dude, people don't know this. I haven't come home in like 5 years. This is my first time.
You're
back
from
in Tennessee.
Nashville.
I'm not from Nashville. I'm from Knoxville, which is
Okay.
like 2.5 hours away. But I've been around Nashville my whole life. Like, this is my like coming home, and honestly, I'm thinking about like extending the trip and staying out here a little longer to go see family and stuff that I haven't seen in a while. But it just feels good to be back in Tennessee,
When are you going over to Dallas for Jake Paul?
The Wednesday of that week, I will head to Dallas, and I'm going to do some content. Hopefully, I don't think I'm going to get Jake. We're going to cross our fingers, but we'll see.
You're a busy man, Wade.
I try to be,
I
man.
don't know how you do it.
I try to be. I got a great team. Shout out Christian. Shout out Leo.
Leo, he's there. He's editing.
Man, he's the man. Shout out Face Sensei. Got a great team. Shout out my mods, Chrissy, Nicole, Ariel, everybody. We got a really good team, and they allow me to shine like I do, and I appreciate them all.
Nice. Well, during my interview with Mams out there, you guys kind of said hello. You shook hands.
Yeah. Listen, I think people are confused. Me and Mams don't agree on a lot of things, and that's fine. I don't hate people I don't agree with on. I don't agree with a lot of things with people in my family. My own father, my mother. Do I hate them? No. Do I want them to change the way they think and think like me sometimes? Sure. Do they want me to do the same? Sure. But that's life, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is business for them. I want them as a business to go well because it ends up being the influencer boxing scene does better.
Right.
I don't agree with it. It's not the way I would take it in some cases, but that's why I don't hold the pencil, right? I'm just a guy from the outside giving my opinion. That's it.
What kind of stuff specifically do you and Mams disagree on?
Obviously, the big thing was what I said about potentially not knowing if Jake and KSI would be as big as it would have been because of how long it's been delayed. And Jake and Tommy rematch may be doing better than people think. They took and ran with that. Like I said, KSI's, a murderer or something. You know what I mean? Like it was not as big a deal as I think people made it. But and then just little things I've criticized, like the tag team thing. I always worry about the safety of fighters on it. They did well with the first one. It's always going to be a concern of mine though. Just because the first one did well doesn't mean I'm not going to be. I'm super concerned about this one now with Dean and.
Times two, isn't it?
They might not. They might try to tag each other, and dude pulls instead of tag and pulls a right hand and throws it down the pipe and punches his own tag team partner.
Ooh, now you say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
But I don't know. I hope it all goes well. But I was also somewhat critical of the survival tag because I think it's main eventing a gimmick versus main eventing a fighter.
Right.
Now, granted, for a one-time thing that can work, right? And you can build a star off of it. Like Ryan Johnston can become a star on Saturday.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? If he looks through the crystal enough.
Him and his
Ryan's
crystal.
a good guy. I just met him a couple minutes ago. He's super sweet.
Really nice guy. He let me get in his Uber yesterday, home from the open workout. Such a humble guy.
Yeah. So for those guys, I hope it goes well. But I just don't think the future of influencer boxing should be prioritizing gimmicks. It should be prioritizing fighters and telling their stories. And I get it. You can't always make an organic story between fights. But you have to find ways, like they're doing now, the whole reality TV, fighter house.
Very cool. I love it. I love that kind of stuff.
Fantastic idea. So if they're going to push it that way, fine, fair play.
Nice. Well, you and Keemstar have a little bit of beef, shall we say?
I saw Keem earlier. He was super nice.
Really?
Yeah. Again, they don't hate me. Keemstar's brand is drama alert. He's trying to run a business at the end of the day, and I think sometimes people get caught in like. Okay, for me, for example, I am what you see on camera and off. That's just me.
That's true.
But that's not everybody. Like, Keemstar is probably I don't know him, but he's probably a super sweet dude off camera. But on camera, and when he's online, he is Keemstar persona. He's not Daniel Keem, or whatever.
Right.
He's going to try to create drama, and that's what he does. And to be honest with you, it's probably best for the scene that he's in that position. Because if it was just guys like me, then there wouldn't be a lot of hype in most ways, unless it was just about the fight. Like, I think it's a good balance that him and I have, and he's not going to ever agree with me on anything, and I'm probably not going to ever agree with him on anything either, but that's fine. I told Keem, I was like, yo, why don't we do this one-on-one interview debate, sit down. He said he would try, and I know he's super busy, so I don't want to, the last thing I want to do is get in anybody's way this week.
Of course.
I'm just trying to, if you want to do it, great. If not, no big deal.
That would be amazing. I would definitely tune in to watch that debate. It would be really cool. Wade, you're training.
Yeah,
you're in the gym. Saw you were in Jackrabbit training with B-Dave, who's on the main event.
Yeah.
What's training being like?
Hard. Dog, when you get to be I'm 30.
Okay.
So when you take so much time off and then you come back into it, you get a different respect for fighters that retire and come back, or just fighters in general. I am so out of shape. I don't like the way I look, throw, feel, anything right now, but that's part of it, and that's why I'm doing the video series, because I know it's easy for me to sit around in the background, and I've done it for a couple of years now, and I've always been like, man, I want to go and on camera do this because it's easy for me to talk, right? It's easy for anybody to, but to be able to accept some humble pie and say, you know what, let me go and train like these guys and get a better appreciation for what they're doing, then it'll, I give a little bit more credibility to what I'm doing. So that's why I'm doing the series.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You gonna fight?
We'll see. Give me a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
For me, it would be, you're not just training to fight at that point. You're training to get back in shape.
That's true.
Training to rebuild your body. It's been 2-3 years since I've done anything as far as actual just physical fitness.
Okay.
It's just been YouTube. So it's just you want to make that a gradual process, and by that point, if I decide, then yeah, we'll see.
Is there anyone in mind you'd like to fight?
Not really.
It's a bit early to say, isn't it? If you're looking to fight in a year.
It would be the whole journey would be more about me discovering that and doing it for myself, and if the name came across and it was the right time and the right place and I felt like I was ready to go, then let's do it.
Wade, my final question is about Kingpin.
Yeah.
After the next event, which is the final, what happens then? Are they going to do another tournament?
I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. That's all these things are going fight by fight at this point, right? Like event by event. So for me, I just show up when I'm told and try to make the event the biggest I can. So
Wade, thank you so much for coming on. As always,